Hey, it's Grandma Moore. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me today. It is Monday. It's 10:30. Hoping to work until about 3, make about $70 to $100. Waiting to get on at Doordash. Sorry I haven't been on. I hurt my ankle in Florida, and I've worked a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and then have to give it up because it just starts hurting. So I have a little bit of footage here and a little bit of footage there, but not able to kind of put it together yet. But hopefully I'll start making my videos again. I'm hanging out with the grandbaby some, so that takes days away. Have some activities planned for next week, so my videos will be more sporadic, and I apologize for that. And then get back on track in August. So a little here, a little there. Hang with me while I hang out this summer and getting all this done. So come along, let's see if I can make that goal. All right, it's 10:45. I just got onto Doordash. I had Uber on while I was driving around and everything. But ever since they changed all their stuff on June 3rd, I'm not getting any like Uber orders, and I know my stats are really low. I did a couple of them the other day, and I just kept having issues after issues. So I'm thinking about trying to just focus on DoorDash again and try to get up to my platinum. I'm still going to cherry pick a little bit, but working towards getting at least silver and see if it helps any. Um, DoorDash just is busier in this particular area. If I want to travel around then more, then Uber's good. And I'm kind of tossed. Both of them have their pluses and minuses. So it's going to be lunch, 2 to 6 minute estimated time, which is my favorite time, but nothing so far, but it's only been 2 minutes. I'm so impatient. All right, I took this $8 order for 5 miles. It's 7 items from Walgreens. The drop off is close by. Walgreens is 10 minutes away. And it's a pretty easy order. It's just like Canada Dry and some chips. I just don't like the drop off because it's at a hotel and you have to walk a ways. But hey, first order of the day, I'll take it. Well, that was frustrating. I learned I lost Pro Shopper. I guess the last time I went shopping. So I didn't get the extra money. But I delivered it to this hotel and it said, please hand it to me or whatever. But they didn't give me their room number. I tried to call, I texted the hotel, I assume called, they were calling somebody. Oh, they just said thank you. I just left it at the front desk, texted them, said I don't have a room number. And oh, they said they're on their way, but I just left it there for them. But it was only a $2.50 tip anyway, so done and over with. Made the first $8. Now off, hopefully getting another order soon. My goal is to concentrate on DoorDash, but uh, I don't know. I'm kind of frustrated, so I went ahead and turned on Uber too. I can't help it. I doubt I'll get any Uber orders, but I can't stand not just waiting and waiting. So DoorDash sent me a stacked order, $8 for 2 Wendy orders for $6. And it's not even where I'm at. So definitely a decline. So I filmed all the drop-offs that I have at DoorDash, and I made $42 in like 2.5 hours. But I was on the phone with support this entire time that I was doing it because I was arguing the point of the lady. So the lady called or did it online or whatever, that she didn't get one of her items and two of her items were incorrect. But my argument is, whenever you shop, you click unable to find or whatever, and then it'll say, did you find it? Can't find it. You click can't find it, and then their substitutions come across. That's what I did. And her substitutions was Capri Sun, Roaring Waters. She said that was incorrect, but that's what her substitution was. So I have a 1.31% on my incorrect missing line item for Pro Shopper. So I called the support to say, what the heck? What's going on here? And the first three people I talked to pretty much said, oh, it doesn't affect your pay. It doesn't affect your anything on your platinum or silver. And I said, but it is a different category, so it does affect me because I do most of my shopping and I do get the promotions and I do get better shopping orders. Totally didn't care, was rude, was inappropriate. And I yelled back. I did, because I'm like, you've got to listen to me. They're like, well, since it doesn't affect your pay or doesn't affect your status, it doesn't matter. And it's like, well, we can't change it. It's just history. I said, can you, escalate it or do something? No, it doesn't. This rating doesn't matter. And I try to explain it does matter to me because I do mostly shopping. Didn't care, Dashers, we're not, even though I have wonderful stats all the time with my shopping, even though I've done this for almost 4 years now, it doesn't matter. You don't matter. That was the impression I got. I didn't matter, which we know we don't matter, but at least be somewhat respectful. So I completely turned off shopping with Doordash. My goal for today, as I said earlier, was to focus on Doordash and try to get to platinum. The last lady I spoke to, she did supposedly escalate it. She was very sweet, but she was new. She told me she was new. She did put me on hold and talk to her supervisor. They escalated. I'm supposed to get an email response of what's going on. So hopefully I'll have that in the next couple of days. But I'm just so frustrated. Uber sends you orders, people pick up, it counts against you. People lie and cheat on Doordash, the customers, and it counts against you. It's like the drivers we don't have any rights. It's crazy. So I'm very upset and just trying to, it's 1:30 now, so I'm just trying to make my last $28 before the dentist appointment. Uh, it's personally, if this is happening, I would turn off shopping. It helps you with your stats if you don't have shopping. The Pro Shopper thing is crazy because you have no control over these stats. And when there is an issue, they said they don't have the ability to change anything. And it's like, okay, so what are we supposed to be doing here? So it's just absolutely ridiculous. So even though I like the shopping and that's where I do make most of my money, I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point. Right now, my stand says turn off shopping right away. Let's make a stance. Hey, you've got to fix this problem. That it's just like somebody stealing an order. If somebody steals an order, they can go in and fix it. But they can't do it if they steal a shopping order. That's a problem. And it counts against us. So that's how I feel about pro shopping. Today's devotion is Victory Over Weakness. It talks about Samson, and I wanted to read Judges 16:28. Then Samson called to the Lord and said, "O Lord God, please remember me and please strengthen me just this time, O God, that I may at once be avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes." This particular devotion, it talks about how this other thing looks better than doing the right thing sometimes. And it's hard, I think, as I was reading this morning, sometimes it's hard to say, oh, that looks fun. That's not sinful. But we're supposed to live according to God's plan. And it could be, I think there's a gray line. For example, I like to gamble. So I went Sunday and got my free food, my free gift, my free money, and played a little bit. I spent my money that I won. And, is that not living God's will. You get, no play makes for a boring day. So I think it's kind of gray. At least it's gray for me. And in Samson's situation, he married outside of where he was supposed to marry, and the lady, tricked him to take away his strengths. So if we do what we're supposed to do, I guess we have more strength. God provides all these things. And when we don't follow those paths, then we struggle and we have different obstacles. And I find that true in my life, but I haven't figured out what's good and what's bad sometimes. But I really like the Samson story because I used to get my hair cut and I'd have short hair. I've had long hair. I've had medium hair. And I really feel like every time I cut my hair, cut it shorter or whatever, it does feel like my strength goes away. So I don't want to cut my hair. It needs cut so bad. But I always leave it in a bun. It's like, okay, I need something else. But, in his case, them cutting his hair weakened him. So I always had that special connection with him because I felt this, I really felt the same way back in the day when I got my hair like bobbed. I'm like, my hair is my strength. I know that sounds crazy, but there's so much you could do with your hair in the sense of using it for survival purposes or whatever. So I always liked Samson just because of the hair situation. But back to the devotion, I like the thought about, okay, stop and think about, is this what God would want me to do? And I don't know. Sometimes I don't always do the right things, but sometimes I do. So we'll see how it goes day by day. That's all I could do is live day by day. So the order for Uber was for 8 something. And I just got this Chick-fil-A for 5 something. It's about 10 minutes away, just almost ready when I was in. So that was good. 15 minutes for $5 is always my goal. Don't make it anymore, but that's my goal. And so anyway, I know there's good orders out there. I see them on Facebook, people post them. We talk about it when other dashers. I know they're out there, but how do we get them? So I know I get them when I shop, but I have this shopping issue. Do I go ahead and just leave on shopping and try to just let nature take its course? But I'm just so angry about it. Or not, I'm not angry, frustrated. I'm frustrated about it because the lack of loyalty Doordash is showing to the dasher, which I know, but it still gets on my nerves. And then, do I try to get silver or platinum to see if it helps? Uber doesn't really, they just want to send me orders to Louisville. And that one order for $75, a couple weeks ago was fantastic, but that hardly ever happens. So I'm trying to figure out, I want to do the gig apps and I want to, be my own boss. So I'm trying to navigate what it is that I need to do different or new or something to continue to make my money because I pay my bills and buy our groceries and stuff through this. So I have to make my money. But I am frustrated right now and trying to figure out how can I do that better? Do I just switch the evenings? Do I add something else? Ship doesn't seem to be working out. I did 21 deliveries that last couple of months because they group up in a couple of months, and like 5 people tipped. So, and the orders are, I did one the other day. I had it in a video. I just never posted it. It was for $15. It was a couple of miles for 7 items. Perfect order. That one was good. But no tip on that one either. It just gets so frustrating to do shipped and it takes a while, and then no luck in the tip area. It doesn't pay as well as it should. So not that one is like, all right, that's a filler. And maybe if I get more, I'm a trailblazer. If I get to the next level, which I don't remember what it's called, maybe that would be better. But I'm trying to reorganize my thoughts and how things work. And then today, whenever I realized the customer lied, and then Doordash didn't care, that, it's just so disheartening. It is disheartening because this is what I do. And you just want that reciprocated from the company you are representing. I don't think they understand that. So, word of mouth, I think, is the best advertisement there is. Word of mouth, DoorDash and Uber both don't seem to have any respect for their drivers. Shipt seems really good. When I had my first one, I had an issue. I called them. They were fantastic. They have some great incentives for drivers. So it looks like Shipt cares. I've only done 21 orders. So well, 22 orders now. So what do I know? But, what other things are out there that I could do? Still be my own boss. Still be able to have control over my fate per se. So I've been thinking about it, trying to figure that out. I don't know the answer. I'm kind of thinking about doing eBay a little bit. If I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, at least I'm not doing the same thing over and over. So if y'all have any suggestions or ideas, let me know. All right, I picked up another Chick-fil-A order 8 minutes away for another $5. And then I'm hoping to get one more order before the dentist appointment. And then the grandbabies are spending the night because I thought about working a couple hours tonight. But that's not going to pan out. They're coming over, hanging out with grandma tonight and tomorrow. So after I turned shopping back on, I got the worst shopping offers possible. $4 for a stacked order, and one of them was 11 items at Aldi's. Like $6 at Meijer's for, maybe it was $9 for like 20 something items. It was all crazy. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I'm not working tomorrow, but I'll be working Wednesday. I think I'm going to leave everything the same, see how it goes, and reassess on Wednesday. And it might get to the point where I only do shopping on Shipt or something. I don't know. I'm just going to see how Wednesday goes. So what I'm waiting for is some tips from you, Uber. And I'm waiting for a response from DoorDash if they're going to correct this shopping issue. And then I'll go from there. So until, I guess the video probably won't come out until Thursday. So until then, who knows what I've decided to do. Oh, what a mess, what a mess. I'm leaning towards turning off shopping altogether, but that's where I make my money. So, but if I'm not getting good orders, do I go ahead and take these bad ones with large numbers so I can get my pro shopper back? So some things to think about. I'll sleep on and decide later. So anyway, I only made like $61. It's 3 o'clock now, so I worked from 10:45 to 3. So 4 hours and 15 minutes. So, and 15 of that is driving all the way out here where the dentist is. But, so basically 4 hours, still horrible, horrible. And I went 71 miles. So, oh well, I was on a good roll, but I ended my dash for a minute and then restarted it, and it really hurt me. So I think scheduling does seem to help get your money, because the first 2 hours were pretty good. And plus the timing, after 1, it's slow here until probably about 4 or 5. So I think it was just a mix of timing and then ending my dash and then restarting it. That always seems to hurt me. Anyway, it is, at least I'm out. My foot only hurts a little bit, but I only worked 4 hours. So Wednesday will be the true test. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I miss you guys. Y'all really brighten up my day. You mean so, so, so much to me. And I thank you for everything you do for me. Until next time, be happy. God bless you.